At this particular time, we would like to introduce parties on the name and company in the chat. Thank you so much. Also, I would like to direct your attention to page 2 of the RFP. As procedure and custom within and all of our bidders conference, we underscore and reiterate key dates and information items to prospective bidders regarding the RFP process.
Hey,
The RFP,
Wesley, I'm
yes.
so sorry to interrupt you. It's a little bit muffled on my end. Is anybody else experiencing the same issue? Maybe it's just me. If it's just me, that's fine. Wanted to make sure.
Yes, I'm hearing it a bit muffled.
Okay, so I'm not coming through clear?
I think you're too close to your mic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
What about
clear now. Yeah,
Okay,
that's
sorry
much
about
better.
that.
Perfect. Thank
You
you.
want me to start over?
I would, yes, I would. It sounded like it was a little bit unclear.
Oh, okay then, all right. Good morning to you all. We are Workforce Solution Greater Dallas. Welcome to this September 18th annual Audit and Tax Services RFP Bidders Conference. I'm Wesley Newt with the procurement with the board. At this particular time, we would like for interested parties on the call to put your name and company in the chat. Thank you so much. As procedure and custom within and all of our bidders conference, we underscore and reiterate key dates and information items to prospective bidders regarding the RFP process. On page 2 of the RFP was issued on September the 4th, 2025 at 12 o'clock p.m. The proposal deadline for a response to the RFP is October the 2nd, 2025 at 12 o'clock p.m. Again, all questions that was asked to be asked on the bidders about the RFP process, they had to be submitted no later than Monday, September the 15th at 12 o'clock Central Daylight Time. We give you final opportunity to ask questions during this call and this meeting. Again, other areas of the RFP that you should closely give attention to include the governing provisions and limitations on page 5 through 7 of the RFP. All are consequential for read, but just want to underscore provision Q on page 7 of the RFP. It reads, the board reserves the right to deem whether a proposal non-responsive or disqualifying proposal that in its sole determination does not comply with or conform to the terms, conditions, and our requirements of this RFP process. Other areas of the RFP that we want to underscore is the selection process. You will note the principles provided on page 7 through 8 of the RFP, and also the evaluation criteria point value on page 8 of the RFP. Another section you should give close attention to is the preparation of responses and the format on pages 10 through 11 of the RFP. For information items 1 through 10, we ask that you provide responses according to the instructions in the RFP. Okay, can y'all hear me okay now?
Oh, that's much better.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. And if I need to repeat anything, let me know. Again, last but not least, the proposal required documents on page 12 of the RFP. These are the documents that align with information required in preparation of responses and format on pages 10 through 11 of the RFP. Like I indicated earlier, we did not receive any questions by the deadline of September 15th at 12 o'clock p.m. So this conference offers prospective bidders the only opportunity to obtain guidance on any questions in real time. All questions and answers will be posted on Bonfire procurement portal at https://wfs.bonfirehub.com. Again, we had no questions on the deadline, but this is an opportunity for those who are on the call to ask questions at this particular time?
Hey, Wesley, I'm not sure the protocol. We just jump in. Is that okay? This is Abdel from KPMG.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'll start this first question. As part of the services, there's a line that indicates that the selected firm will be expected to prepare the audited financial statements. I wanted to know to what extent and what does that really entail? Ultimately, typically the entity is responsible for the financial statement. So if you can maybe expand on what are you expecting from that standpoint.
I have my fiscal colleagues online and they can address that question.
Absolutely. Hi, everybody. I'm Ashley Werner. I'm the interim president and also the CFO for Workforce Solutions Greater Dallas. Thank you for being here today. And thank you, Abdel, for the question. So what we have done in the past is we prepare the financial statements and our auditor provides the final formatting. So we provide all the numbers. However, we would be interested if anybody wants to include in their proposal both options for preparing the financial statements and for our current method. We would be interested in seeing what is available.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I have another question related to the peer review. There's an indication that workforce may contract for a peer review or similar agreed upon procedures by another external audit firm. Kind of want to expand on that. What are the expectations? Is this another firm reviewing the audit firm's work paper for quality, or should I be understanding this differently?
No, your understanding is correct. It's not something we've done in the past, but we wanted to leave that as an option.
Got it. Okay, thank you.
Are there any other questions at this particular time?
Hi,
Uh,
this is Brittany from KPMG as well on the tax side. I've worked with Adele. I'm just wondering, I noticed in your RFP you indicated for unrelated business income issues. Did you want to separately price out 990 and 990T in state forms or any indication of current filings?
Yes, please. Any separate those two. Now I'll say the only 990T that we had in the past was when the rules changed and we had to include in the calculation for unearned business income the parking that we pay for our own staff. And once that rule changed, we no longer had to file that 990T, so we are not doing that currently.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
So Tim, I'll ask another question here, and this I may have missed them, and if I did, let me know. Your latest financial statements and single audit reports, are you making this available or not?
We keep them available in our office. Connie, is there any procurement issue with sharing our latest 2024 reports? They're public.
No, and we do have our board packets available online that have the financial statements. I don't know if that is useful or.
And those are monthly. Those are not audited financial statements that would include our CFA and our CISA.
Yeah, we could make those publicly available upon request.
mhm.
Okay, I'll gladly take a copy of those. Happy to connect separately to get those.
certainly we can send those out to you.
Thank you.
Ashley,
Yep.
this is Michelle Buss. I have a question about that peer review that was mentioned earlier. What would be the purpose of this peer review? Another external audit firm reviewing the work papers, and how does that differ? The peer reviews are provided with the engagement letters. Under AICPA, we do undergo peer reviews. What is that, and what would that look like?
I think
Ashley.
we had lost Ashley as Michelle was talking,
Okay,
so
that's
I think
good.
you may need to
I'm back. I'm sorry. Can you
She's
repeat your
back.
question, Michelle?
Yeah, so I'm curious about, I just wanted to go back to the peer review comment or question. I'm curious what this peer review, what would the agreed upon procedures be, asking another external audit firm to review the audit that was performed? What does that entail? And I was mentioning that, with every engagement letter, a peer review report is submitted, which is a process that every public accounting firm undergoes as standard procedure. But the only time typically that another firm will review the work papers is a successor auditor firm would have access to the work papers of the previous auditor, but not the work papers would be available to review, but it's not really considered an audit. So I don't understand really what that peer review is or what it would entail.
Gotcha. We do not have plans for a peer review. If the board were to request something in the future, we could discuss that, but that is not something we have plans to do at this time.
Because I would have to research this from a legal perspective. I'm not even sure if our work papers could be made available for something like that. I'm definitely not the attorney here, but that I just had not heard of that before, and so I'm not sure what that would mean. Would
Gotcha.
that be possibly clarified in this RFP? Or could we perhaps take exception within the RFP based on a further understanding and negotiation of that?
Yes. Connie, can we revise that wording? We don't
Well,
need that.
what I could do is put it in the Q&A, addressing this, that we'll address that in the Q&A
Yes.
and just omit it.
Okay.
Would
Thank
that work?
Yes, certainly. That would be great. Just I just wasn't sure exactly what that means. I hadn't heard of that before, so.
Well, thank you for bringing that
Thank
up.
you.
And we'll certainly put that in the Q&A for you.
Okay, thanks.
I have a question on your guys' CIFA. How much auditor assistance do you generally need in putting your CIFA together?
We put together all the calculations to break everything out by assistance listing number. Really, what our auditor does is takes our final Excel file and puts that into the PDF. I guess, what is the extent of your question on the assistance?
Well, as far as, recreating it, I come from the world where we have to really hold management's hand through the compiling all of the information to be able to create the CIFA. But if I remember reading correctly, y'all use MIP.
Yes.
And I assume that each grant
Has its own fun
contract
number.
has its own-
Yeah,
Right. Okay.
exactly.
Gotcha. Oh, and sorry, one more question. I don't know if you can answer this here. Regarding your subrecipients, do you contract monitoring out or do you do that internally?
We contract it out to a third party.
Okay.
Any other questions? Like we indicated earlier, this conference offers prospective bidders the only opportunity to obtain guidance on any questions at this particular time. After today, you will not be able to pose any questions to the RFP process. Any other questions? I'll give you a few more, a minute or so, and then we'll close out if there's not any additional questions regarding the RFP process. Hey, again, we want to thank you for your participation in this September 18th Bidders Conference on annual audit and also tax services, and we appreciate your participation. And again, if there's no additional questions at this particular time, and again, this is the only opportunity to ask questions in real time. After today, you will not be able to pose any questions to the RFP process. Again, thank you so much for your participation. And this concludes the Bidders Conference.
Thank you all so much. We appreciate you.
Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.